Rand Paul, Mike Huckabee, Martin O'Malley. They have all dropped. Bye bye. Sayonara. So me and you had a bit of a disagreement on this because I'm kind of sad to see Martin O'Malley go. I think he needs to go. There's no question there. Um, but I really liked what he was saying. I think he was a solid candidate. Problem is he's not the candidate for right now. I think a couple years from now, a couple election cycles, we're gonna see him as a front runner because he does make a lot of sense and he does have people are liking what I'm saying. It's not like he came out and people are just like, "You're stupid as hell, get out of here." You're like, "Oh, I like you. I like Bernie more right now." Just kind of bad timing on his part. So it's kind of sad to see him go. But you didn't like what he said.
Okay, it's not that I didn't like what he said. It's here's the reality of the situation. This is why I don't think that he would have had a chance. First of all,
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear him? It's the reality of the situation. I'm about to get schooled.
Yeah. The other aspect of this is I don't foresee him as a presidential candidate in the future. This is the reason why. Everything that Martin O'Malley is echoing in his platform, the other two candidates already have. They already have it. So because of that, you're not going to see him. You're not going to see him as a presidential candidate. I see him as a vice presidential component to things. He's a good hype man. He's got the material, he's got the knowledge, and he'd be good in a vice presidential role. The other aspect of this, the reason why I think that would be more suitable for him, is he played a relatively clean campaign. There wasn't too many jabs, too many barbs being thrown.
Well, the Democrats as a whole are running clean campaigns right now.
Right, but I mean there wasn't aside from him kind of going after Bernie for his stance on gun control, gun legislation. Other than that, everybody has been amicable to each other. And so I could see the other candidates looking at Martin O'Malley and going, okay, he could for Bernie, he could bring in the moderates. For Hillary, he could kind of tone down some of the scandal rhetoric that's going from the Conservative Party. So he's a good fit for that. And I think he's a great politician, and what he's saying is good. Specifically reworking the Glass-Steagall bill into something that's more viable to rein in a little bit of the Wall Street corruption and money in politics. I think that's just a great thing. But the other candidates are resonating that already, and they have a little bit more staying power.
Right, but I guess to kind of counter your point, if he's saying the same thing as the rest of the candidates, then another way of saying that is the candidates are saying the same thing as he is, because that's the popular issues right now. I don't think that's a good enough basis to say 20 years from now he's not going to have evolved to where he would be a potential front runner.
But what I'm saying is okay, they're echoing, but these other, you have to look at the candidates they're leading right now, the candidates that took Iowa. Okay, and again, we'll get to Iowa caucus, but there's a reason why Hillary and Bernie had the lead, and it's not because of the issues per se, but their ability to mobilize those issues into something that will fire up the political base. Martin O'Malley doesn't quite have that. That's why I feel that he is better as a support role for a more popular candidate. Somebody who has the same ideas, he's a hype man. He's the guy in the background that's echoing what he's a Joe Biden. I don't see Joe Biden as president. Even though I would like to, because I like the guy, I don't see Joe Biden as president.
Yeah,
you see what I mean?
Kind of like Al Gore. He's a good guy. He's just never going to be president.
Right. Yeah. Al Gore is boring as shit on his own, but as a vice president, he's great.
I disagree on Martin O'Malley. I think he'll evolve. I think he'll come into his own. I mean, this is his first campaign, first real national campaign, because he's only ran for mayor before. He was mayor of Baltimore.
He was mayor of Baltimore. I think he was also in the Senate.
Mayor of Baltimore, Baltimore City Councilor.
Governor. He was the governor.
Okay, that's so he's really only had two major, I guess, elections as for the governorship.
Right.
I don't know. I think he'll evolve, but
And you know what? He's 53 years old. I mean, that's relatively I mean, it's not old and it's not young. He's right in the area to where he could.
It's young for this type of political process, though. I mean, you add 10, 15 years on that, and you're looking at a younger Bernie. I don't know. We'll see.
I can see it. He, like I said, he has the appeal to the moderate crowd, which would benefit Bernie, which would certainly he has. It's weird. He appeals to moderates, but in the same token, he echoes a lot of the policies and attitudes and, that resonate with the Bernie Sanders crowd.
Some of the
like
things that he had said
Glass-Steagall.
in some of the debates, as far as gun control and the stance on war and stuff, that really got my attention as someone who is a bit more of a moderate liberal than these tree hugging liberals way out on the left.
The Democratic Socialist, is that what you're saying?
No! Don't twist my words like that. Because at this point, democratic socialism is not extreme left. It's, to me, it's what makes sense. But that's a story for another time. Anyways, Martin O'Malley out of the race on the Democratic side. If you like what you see, be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and our page polypompous.com.